Could I get an example of, say, what a good link would be then?
A good link. So, I mean, the traditional good link is someone who comes across your website and thinks it's a fantastic website and recommends it to other people with a link.
Thanks, John, for your clarification, but I wanna unhide a lot more because I often get customers who come to me and ask, I don't know what's going on. I have a lot of backlinks, but Google doesn't rank my website. What I need to do? And when I analyze these links, I can see all of them spam links. You can't go ahead with such links, and Google will never rank your website if you don't change your strategy. So watch this video till the end, and I will show you the correct way how you can rank your website on Google and how you can check out your SEO agency to get results. Stay tuned, the best part is coming. Okay guys, before watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Click the notification tag to know about new videos on this channel, because I create this video for you. I wanna help you to grow online and to get results with SEO. Let me start from my first tip is to understand SEO. It's essential today. From my experience, I get a lot better results with people who understand SEO. When I get customers, I tell them you should learn SEO. Just spend a few hours or a few days to understand the basics. If I see that my clients don't understand SEO and they wanna give everything for me to get results, but it doesn't work today. It's essential to understand what you wanna order. Let me share my screen. You can see that I wrote an article, 7 simple SEO tips for beginners, I will submit the link on the description below. You can read all this article to understand the basics, and everything starts from creating content plan. I know that many webmasters fail. They usually chase high volume keywords, and they told me please promote this list of keywords, and I see that they have authority and trust and wanna cover high volume keywords where Wikipedia, Amazon, Best Buy and many other websites. You can't overcome them, especially if you start from scratch. It's better to find your way, and that's why you should create a correct content plan. You can read on this chapter, but I usually search for topics that have a lack of quality content or outdated information. You can use paid tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush. For example, on Ahrefs, go to Content Explorer, open type your keywords and choose filters published over 3 years ago, have less than 1,000 words, low domain authority, low page authority, and you will get a lot of content ideas. Or go to Google, type your keywords and try to find some keywords that have a lack of quality content and jump there. Yep, it's crucial to create content plan and don't try to outcompete big and popular websites in the top 10. Because sometimes when you have even much better links and content, Google will rank websites that people wanna see. Because these websites have much higher click-through rate and people open them. That's why Google ranked these websites. The next step, what you should do, write a compelling title. How you can do it? Just create content and think what the reason you can provide for your visitors to open your content, because most users, they never read titles, they just scan it, and that's why we created our tool. It's called give me a few seconds, I will share this tool with you. It's called headline quality calculator, and just type any of your title here, and this tool will analyze results, because most projects they spend a few seconds to write titles, but it doesn't work today because people don't know about quality and of your content, what type of value they can get if they don't open it. They usually see titles and descriptions. That's why you should spend some time, and we use some tips for titles. For example, you can use numbers, brackets, some powerful words from Google Ads, and capitalize the first letter in each word, and something like this. You can use this tool. Just type your title. For example, we can check out the title for this page. And you can see this tool analyzes email titles for social media as well. And you can insert your URL and check out the results. You can see that this page, the rating 50, because this tool analyzes from 0 to 100. Okay. The next chapter, what you should do, rewriting, is that I can explain why. Because 10 years ago I usually came to Upwork or any other freelance resources to hire some copywriters, but today it doesn't work because everyone wanna get content from experts. For example, if you write a copywriter who writes about everything, it's tough to get quality. But if you hire expert who knows your topic, you can get results. For example, if you are get sick, you get sick, and what you should do? Are you interested to read text from copywriters who never learn your topic, never got any experience in this field? Of course, you want to cooperate with doctors, experts who spent a lot of years in university, had a lot of practice. Yep, it's totally the same with website content. It's better to find experts. How you can do it? Just search on Google for bloggers, journalists who have experience in your field and hire them. Or if you wanna find them on Upwork, just search for people who write only about one topic, because jack of all trades, master of none. Okay. Creating your purple cow. I often see when websites have totally the same content with their competitors, generic stuff, and they ask me, I don't know how I can overcome my competitors in the top 10, but I see the same content. If you want to outrank them, you should provide something new, more interesting, more insights. That's why I search for topics with a lack of quality content, and when you see my competitors' weakness, I can provide my strong sides. Yep, just create your purple cow. Don't try to be as anybody else. Be yourself. Okay. The next, create simple content. Yep, 76% of users prefer to have experience with a simple design structure, and I often see when websites try to sell everything from one page. You can't sell it because customers hate it. They might confuse with your content and leave it. That's why it's better to provide only crucial information, and yep, submit more landing pages than trying to sell everything from one page. Use content marketing. That means you don't need to sell only your products. For example, I have my YouTube channel, I launch my tools, I'm active on LinkedIn. Yep, I use content marketing because I share value in many places and get customers and results. Websites that usually try to sell, they can't get results because customers want to get value first, and they don't buy from brands if they haven't met them 7 times before. Yep, content marketing helps to cover all the stages of sales funnel. And the next step, white hat link building, and we will go to my next tip. If you, I found this article, even not article, it's pinned on Pinterest.com, where we have infographic about white hat strategies and black hat strategies. It's essential to understand the difference between these tactics, because some SEO agencies, freelancers, if they see you don't understand the meaning, they can provide what they wanna think it works. But a lot of obsolete techniques don't give results today, and it's better to use white hat strategies. And you can check out here relevant content, well labeled images, relevant links and references, standard compliant HTML, unique and relevant page title. And black hat strategies duplicate content, invisible text and stuffed keywords, cloaking and redirecting the user to another website or page, links from sites with non-relevant content. You know what you should do if you want to create content for your website. Create content for a human, not for robots. Forget about robots. You should satisfy user intent, because Google serves people. Google doesn't care about robots, crows and something like this, because when your content provides value, Google will hire your content much higher. Black hat strategies, if we are talking about on-page SEO, they usually try to cheat and manipulate the system, and Google has a lot of resources to check it out. Today it's tough, even almost impossible. And why you need to do it? Just create content for people, because you want to sell people. Robots will not buy your products. If you are talking about links, there are a lot of obsolete techniques, black hat techniques, and webmasters often hire an SEO agency, and if they tell them we will provide thousands of links in first month, in the second, never cooperate with such agencies, because quality is key. You can get 1, 2, 3 links and get a lot more results than thousands of links. It's more essential that websites that will link to you have a massive audience, trust and authority, and relevant to your topic. That's why less links but with authoritative websites provide a lot more information. And you can learn some basics about SEO. Just go to Google, type SEO guide for beginners, and yep, analyze the top 10 results. You can get a lot of information. Just spend a few hours or even a few days to learn more about SEO, because if you want to cooperate with an SEO agency 6 months, years, yep, it's better to know what will they provide for you, and spend time to learn the basics, and you can control them and get results. I usually open almost all the top 10 resources and go to the next pages, open them and learn as maximum as possible. And for example, you can see I opened the article from Moz, SEO basics. You can learn this article as well. I will submit the link in the description below, and we can check out a lot of chapters. Yep, consume them and go ahead. Okay, my next tip, that experts never guarantee results. I can explain why. For example, if you wanna lose your weight, you know, 90% of people can't lose their weights, and some of them who lose, they usually get it back. And if you hire the best nutritionists in the world, can these people help you to lose weight if you don't eat right, if you don't train, if you don't use their diet system? Of course not, because these people can't provide results instead of you. It's up to you to get it. Rely on yourself. You can learn from experience. They will show you the correct way, but all results depend on you. For example, if you want to build muscles, can you do it if you have the best trainer in the world, the best coach, I'm not sure, you know, even I failed to build my muscles because I got it that it takes a lot of time. I need to spend a lot of time in gym to have a lot of rest, and I have now this time. That's why I decided to learn more about digital marketing and go my way. Yep, I have a healthy lifestyle. It helps me to go ahead, and if you want to build muscles, you should focus all your attention there, and coaches I only will show the correct way. That's why it's up to you, and experts never guarantee results because they can't create content for you. They can't analyze your prices on website because Google check out everything. For example, if you have negative reviews and people don't like your products, how experts can help you? Because marketing doesn't help bad products. You should learn your competitors and think how you can overcome them. Ask experts where you should pay more attention, and experts will lead you in the right direction, but they can't promise results because everything depends on you. Just think where your weakness, how you can overcome, and you should develop and innovate your products, create valuable content that helps people, and listen to experts that will save your time and money to go ahead. Okay, my next tip, use white hat link building, and I found the article from Neil Patel about 13 strategies on link building. You can find other articles as well. Just type on Google link building strategies, link building guide, and yep, you get a lot of other articles. And the first article chapter, use strategic guest blogging. You know, Google doesn't like the strategy guest blogging, but if you use the strategy for creating brand awareness, you can get results because popular websites never accept guest posts if they should link back. They wanna share value with their audience. If you start from scratch, it's better to write for small blogs and go step by step. If you have some authority, you can find some popular and famous blogs and write for them. Yep, just use guest blogging with the sake to creating brand awareness, because some popular websites can provide audience they are interested about offer bios. If you share a lot of value, they think, oh, this offer is great, he or she helps me, I wanna learn more about this offer, and go to bios section and can open your website or social media. Okay, let me scroll down, and the next tip, create and distribute infographics. I love the strategy because infographics get a lot of attention, and you have around 50 seconds to convince users to stay on your website, because over 80% of users leave websites. But when you submit some infographics, you can see that Neil Patel submitted here. It helps to get attention. And for example, if you open my website, I use infographics as well on my website on many pages. And something like this. Why? Because I need to get attention from users, and yep, it retains users much longer on your website. Okay, go to the next tip, get active on social media. I'm active on LinkedIn. You can choose another social media, but you should provide some value on social media. Because a lot of customers want to get value first. If they don't get value from you, they won't buy your products. I don't remember the exact number, but it's like 95% of people check out social media profiles and think they want to buy your products or not. Some of them are searching for discounts, but many of them just want to check out that can they trust you or not, you know, something like this. That's why I usually post a lot on LinkedIn, and you know, I try to cover a lot of social media like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, but I decided to focus my attention on LinkedIn alone because I get a lot more results, and this social media provides a lot of trust, and most users trust LinkedIn more than any other social media. That's why if you have a lot of valuable content there, followers, yeah, people trust you and will order your service as well, or products. Okay, the next tip: use resource links from trusted websites. Yep, just find websites that submit some content with a list of resources, and reach out to them and tell, can you add my tool, my content? You can use this strategy if you have high quality content and it's similar to their posts or their content. Yep, use the strategy, it works perfectly fine. Leverage the broken link strategy. What does it mean? When you find some websites that have broken links, you can reach out to them if you have similar content as well and ask, fix your broken links. I have content that's similar to your content. Yep, just add my links instead of this. Number 6, grow your personal brand. Yep, I think that I grow my personal brand on LinkedIn. If you open my profile, you can see that I have 47,000 followers, and the main reason that I have them because I share value as maximum as possible, and people, yep, they are interested to learn more about me, and yeah, they follow me. Okay, the next tip: check competitors' backlinks. You can use Ahrefs or Ubersuggest or SEMrush or any other tools. Just analyze what type of links your competitors create, and yep, use the same strategy to your website. And okay, scroll down. Number 8, replicate best links from competitors. Yep, you can read all this article, learn some strategies, because Neil Patel provides some insights how you can do it, and yep, it's up to you. And I wanna highlight, don't try to cover all the strategies from the scratch. Choose something that works for you, test a lot, and yep, provide it. And a lot of webmasters fail with link building because they try to promote unlinkable content. If you use white hat link building, you should provide a strong reason why people and webmasters, journalists will link to your content. Okay, create link roundups. That means when you create some posts with links to some popular articles, guides, you can reach out to these people, ask them to link to your content. Okay, go next. Keep track of your backlinks. Yep, use Google Search Console or Ahrefs or any other tools. Just analyze how many backlinks you can get, and yep, go ahead. Okay, and number 11, establish content pillars. Number 12, reclaim links through social mentions, and number 13, earn editorial links. Yep, editorial links, that means editors on websites put backlink to you if you have some valuable content, and yep, get results. Okay, learn this article, and we will go to the next tip. SEO specialists create educational content, and you can see Neil Patel creates a lot of educational content on his blog, social media, YouTube, and for example, I have my educational content. If you open my blog, you can find my posts that I submit on my blog. I have some video content that I usually submit on YouTube. I provide webinars with some famous speakers that share value with my audience, and I post a lot on LinkedIn. If you open my content, my posts, you can see that a lot of some educational content here. I do it because I love it. I can get some engagement. Even you can see that I submit personal photos as well. And yep, it helps to create brand awareness, to build my personal brand, and especially SEO specialists who can provide results, they usually create a lot of educational content as well. They take part in conferences, online events, shoot their videos, write blog posts. Yeah, they are active because learning is not enough. If you learn a lot and don't share with others, you can forget about this knowledge. Sharing value with others and creating educational content can memorize this knowledge to provide much better results. Okay, my next tip, to learn their portfolios, recommendations, reviews. For example, if you open my LinkedIn page, you can check out that I have some recommendations from LinkedIn users, my customers, clients, and yep, I have 84 recommendations. You can type on Google the name of your agency or freelancer and analyze their recommendations, tips. If you want to hire on Upwork, you can check out their rating as well. Just learn before ordering any service, because yep, a lot of people, they submit they try to sell and have no experience, and yeah, many of them don't provide any results. It's better to learn and cooperate with experienced people. Okay, my next tip, help and support others. And for example, if you open as well my LinkedIn page, you can see that I post some content, struggle to get traffic, let me lead you in the right direction. I share for free a list of relevant keywords with metrics, link building analysis, user experience audit, technical errors. Why I do it? Because people submit their websites and I help them. I send them some analysis, how they can provide results, get results. If you open my LinkedIn, you can submit your website, I will help you as well, or do it directly on my website, because customers wanna get value first. And companies that are trying to sell without sharing value first, they can't get results today. Yep, I spend time to provide free analysis. If I need to have a call, I can schedule with my customers as well to share value more time, and many of them, when they get value, they can order my service. You can do it totally the same approach, and find for companies that spend time before selling their products. Check out their contact form, reach out to them and ask about insights about your websites, or submit the requests on their websites. And yeah, companies that share some value without trying to sell, yeah, just pay for my service, only after this I will spend time with your project. It doesn't work today. Of course, you should get value first, and if you wanna sell your products, just go to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and provide similar posts that you are willing to help and support others, because help and support help to grow your brand as well. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, ask me any questions in the comment sections. I will reply to all of them, and see you next time. Cheers!